Welcome to this Qigong routine for autumn. We're going to begin with an exercise called candlesticks. Here we keep our fingers pointing up towards the sky as much as we can. As we reach them forward, spiral around behind the armpits, come by the ribs and reach forward again. This is a nice exercise to open up the joints of the upper body in particular and spiral open through some of the channels of the arms, including the lung and large intestine channel, which relate to the season of autumn. So here we're moving our hips back and forth. You can just breathe naturally on this one. Then we go the other direction, again keeping the fingertips turned towards the sky like the flames on 10 candles. Chinese medicine and Qigong, the season of autumn is governed by the metal element, which also governs the lung and large intestine meridians. So we'll do some extra work focused on those organs and channels today. The next one, the owl turns its head. We're going to spiral the palms out to the sides, turn your chin over one shoulder, spiral the fingers to face forward, and then turn again, the thumbs pointing behind you, the fingers pulled down, back to the center with an exhale, and inhale as you spiral through the arms and neck. And here we look for a nice opening across the chest and arms down to the thumb, ideally stretching along the lung meridian, which goes down the bicep and towards the thumb. A nice exercise for headaches and neck tension as well. Using slow, deep breaths as we condition the lungs. Then we'll inhale, drop to the chest, and exhale, press down. Next, we're going to take our stance wide, cross the wrists for the archer draws the bow and shoots the eagle. We sink the hips as we draw a bow. Come to the center, straightening the legs as we cross the wrists, and sink the hips down again as we draw the bow. When we draw the bow, we're going to extend the thumb and first finger, which are the beginning and end of the lung and large intestine channels. The other hand forms a fist and pulls back by the shoulder. Both hands and elbows wind up shoulder height. We inhale to the center, and exhale as we draw the bow, looking for a little stretch across the chest and arms. Bring it to the center, step back in, and relax. Next, we're going to start to tap the body, starting with the sternum. We're tapping to bring the chi to the surface. We'll go down the inside of the arm and up the outside. This activates the wei chi, or the guardian energy, which is the Chinese medicine equivalent of the immune system. It also helps to break up stagnant qi through the meridians, through the muscles and joints. So we tap up the outside of the arm and down the inside, following the flow of these energy pathways. And then to the armpit, going down to the ribs and waist. Other side. And the lower back down to the sacrum. Down the back of the legs. Up the inside of the legs, around the hips, and down the back of the legs again. over the hip crease and relax. Feel your body. Next, we'll use some brushing. Palms together, behind the neck. Brush around the base of the skull and the sternum. Then brush from the belly to the low back. Brush down the back of the legs, again following the energy pathways of the body. Up the inside of the legs, front of the hips, back to the belly, and we'll circle the belly. Let's repeat with breath. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, brush base of the skull, neck, and sternum. Inhale, brush belly, waist, lower back. Exhale, back to the legs and around the feet. Inhale, inside of the legs and front of the hips. Exhale as you circle. And then brush the chi belt from the belly button back to the low back, breathing natural. Shake off your hands. And let's shake the whole body now. Our shaking again helps to clear stagnation, especially just under the surface of the skin. The shaking as well helps to move stagnation out of the body. In particular, many of these exercises help to move lymphatic fluid, which is like the sewage system of the body, and requires movement, massage, and other external influences to detoxify and move. It doesn't have its own pump like the blood. So in Qigong, very often we're moving and pumping the body to help move that lymphatic fluid. We'll pause and just notice how we feel. And we'll get ready for some exercises that use healing sounds for the lungs. We'll use 3 different healing sounds. The first one, we're going to inhale and open to the sky. Exhale as we bring the fingertips to the chest, just under the collarbones. Take a breath in, and we'll start to tap as we make the letter Z sound. Zzz. Take a breath in, and we'll use a gentle cough to help clear the lungs. Breath in and out to relax. We think of the letter Z sound and the tapping of these acupoints under the collarbones as dissolving stagnant chi in the lungs. Let's gather back to the lungs. Breath in, and again vibrating with the Z sound as we tap. Zzz. Breath in, and a gentle cough clearing. Inhale and exhale. The next sound's a little more subtle. The sound is siya, siya. We're going to inhale, exhale out the nose, and then we'll inhale up, getting ready for the lion's roar. Siya, as we press 45 degrees. Siya. Again, thinking of the sound as clearing stagnant chi from the lungs. Inhale. Siya. Inhale. Close with a deep breath in and out the nose. In Chinese medicine, we think of the lungs as where we store depression, grief, sadness, or any heavy emotional energy. Let's bring the hands up and open for the white crane soaring. We'll take our palms face up and exhale as the hands come forward, sinking the chest back. Turn your palms face down and inhale through the nose as you open the chest. And we'll use an even subtler lung sound, a long letter S. lung sound dissolving and clearing stuck energy. Anything blocking our ability to feel hopeful, courageous, to have strong immunity, strong breathing, clearing and dissolving with that sound, just like a very specific form of sighing. And then we'll bring the hands over the lungs. And here, visualizing the healing color for the lungs, for metal, for autumn, which is the color white. You might use these white flowers or the white clouds reflected on the pond to help you imagine this white light shining in the lungs. We'll then press forward, doing a more complete version of the white crane soaring. Inhale, opening our wings, palms face down. Exhale, palms turn up, touching the thumb and first finger to seal lung and large intestine, the metal channels. Open the palms and inhale like we draw white light into the lungs, into the chest. And exhale, press forward, sinking back slightly. So you might imagine like you're surrounded by a field of white flowers or sparkling white clouds as you inhale, gather. Exhale, seal that energy, that white light in to the channels. Inhale, draw the white light through the lungs from front to back. Exhale, white light through the lungs from back to front. Healing energy, white light representing the positive resonance of the lungs. We often describe with the word courage. Exhale, finger and thumb touch. Inhale, drawing it in. Exhale, pressing forward. Feel free to match my speed, but you can always change the speed to be faster or slower. The movement should match your breath. So we want to find a healing rate of breathing and match the movement to that. We'll pause over the lungs again. Just dropping some mindfulness into the chest. And then press it down towards the lower dantian, into the legs and the earth. We'll bring our feet together, hands below the dantian. Soften your knees, sink your tailbone. Feel your center of gravity sink into the lower abdomen. And then inhale, circle with one hand. And exhale as you draw down the center line of the body towards the lower dantian, the reservoir of qi, just below your navel. Inhale, the other hand reaches out, gathering. And exhale, sinking and centering the qi deep into the body. Inhale, gather. And exhale, sink. Fold both hands just below the navel. Relax more throughout your body. Knees are soft, shoulders are dropping away from the ears. And soften anywhere in your body that you can. allowing yourself to rock and sway like a tree in the forest, moving with a gentle breeze. Breath is natural. We'll step back out and circle the belly, gathering some of this life force we've cultivated to store as a surplus, a reservoir in the lower abdomen. Centering just below the navel. Taking a deep breath and releasing with a sigh. Hope you enjoyed that routine. You might use it weekly throughout the season of autumn as you rotate your other Qigong practices. Hope you enjoyed the view of this beautiful Canadian forest in the start of autumn. For more information about how you can train with me, whether it's becoming certified as a Qigong teacher, joining me on a retreat around the world, or attending live classes with me online, feel free to visit nicklawfrey.com.